G'day guys, John here from Hippo Media. Just wanted to share with you something I figured out the other day when you're trying to export multiple timelines at once and you want to save a bit of time. Here I've got 13 timelines here that I want to export. I just changed the intros and outros for all of those, and I want to get them all out in a hurry. So when I go to the deliver page, it brings me to this section here and I can choose my settings. Let's just go Vimeo 1080 and yada yada. We can do all of this and add it to the render queue. And then when I want to add the next one, I'm going to have to go to the drop down here. I'm going to have to find the next one that I want to do. But the problem is I've got all of these graphics timelines here that I use to help me out with the graphics, and they're all mixed in there. And if I had multiple versions of different ones, I'd have all the different multiple versions here and just trying to find the next one that I need and go through all of that and then add that to the queue, and I'd have 13 in the queue there. And it's a whole lot of stuff that I just don't want to spend my life doing. So I thought there must be a better way. In Premiere, we would go here and we would go to the timelines, we'd select them all, right click and send them all to Media Encoder to be put in a queue. That's nice and easy, but we can't do that here. But what we can do is a little feature of Vinci Resolve that we have here. So we can render the single clip or individual clips. Now this is usually used when we bring clips in to do some color grading and then render out the individual clips for use in another piece of software. But I'm going to utilize that here today to make everything a lot easier for us. So I'm going to go into the edit section here. I'm going to select all of my timelines and I'm going to right click and say new timeline using selected clips. And we're going to call this all for render, just so we know what it's all about. We're going to create that, and basically it's taken all of our timelines and put them here all on the same timeline, and they're all named after the timeline we've got up here. So that's really important. So when we come across to the deliver page and we've got the all for render timeline here, we can click on individual clips and then come down here and add that to the, get rid of this one and add this one to the render queue. And we've just got one job here now. We've got 13 timelines to do, one job in the render queue, and we can hit start render. I'm not going to do that because I'm screen recording at the moment. But anyway, it will go through a render process and then it's going to export each one of these timelines with the name. That's another important thing here. We want to click source name. And then from there, it will use the clip name to name each of the output files, and you'll have all 13 files there in your output folder ready for you to use, and you only had to create one job and export one thing, and just think of all the extra things you can get done in your life now that you've saved all this time. Thank me later down in the comments, and see you all on the next hot tip. See you later.